When Fortnite first came out in the summer of 2017, it took the gaming world by storm. It wasn't just another game, it became a global sensation. But what exactly made it so special? And what made it stand out from the millions of other games that came before and after? To get to that, we need to look at what made OG Fortnite unique compared to anything else out there at the time. At its core, Fortnite truly wasn't the first battle royale game to be introduced to the gaming world. I mean, there was PUBG, which had already blown up by 2017, introducing the concept of dropping into a massive map, scavenging for gear, and being the last person standing. But Fortnite brought something completely different to the table: the building mechanic. While other battle royales were focused strictly on combat, Fortnite gave players the ability to harvest resources like wood, brick, and metal from the game's environment. Players could then use these resources to build structures, whether it was a quick wall for defense or an entire fortress to help win a fight. This was a huge game changer. Fortnite wasn't just about surviving, it was about how you played the environment, how you built your defenses, and how creative you could get while trying to outlast everyone else. That building mechanic was a game changer because it added a level of creativity and strategy that no other battle royale had at the time. It wasn't enough to just find good guns, you had to be fast with your builds and use them wisely. It also made the game a lot more unpredictable. 1 second, you could be in a heated firefight, and the next, you're building ramps to escape or set up the perfect sniper shot. The ability to shape the battlefield in real time added a new layer to every match, making each game feel different. And let's not forget the art style. While PUBG and other shooters leaned into realism, Fortnite had a cartoony, fun vibe that made it more accessible to a wider audience. It wasn't too serious, which meant everyone, no matter their skill level, could jump in and have fun. That relaxed, vibrant aesthetic made Fortnite feel different, and it helped the game reach a broader player base, including younger audiences who weren't into the more realistic shooter games. One thing that set OG Fortnite apart was its fast pace. If you've ever played Fortnite, you know that the matches are quick. There's no drawn out waiting to find the enemy or slowly making your way across the map. From the moment you drop in, the action is constant. You're scavenging for gear, building like crazy, and trying to avoid the storm closing in on you. It's a high energy experience that doesn't give you much time to breathe. Although present day Fortnite is more fast paced than the first few seasons of the game, OG Fortnite still had a more fast paced nature compared to the other battle royales out there like PUBG. Games in Fortnite would usually only last 15 to 20 minutes, which made it a perfect game to jump into when you didn't have hours to play. You could get in a few games in a shorter amount of time, and each match felt like its own unique adventure. PUBG, on the other hand, was slower, which was fine for some players, but Fortnite's pace kept things feeling fresh and exciting each time you played. Plus, the randomness of the loot kept every match feeling new. One time, you could drop into a spot and find a bunch of legendary weapons, and the next, you might be stuck with a gray pistol. That element of unpredictability kept you on your toes, and it created these crazy, unexpected moments, like having to survive a build fight with nothing but a shotgun. But Fortnite's uniqueness wasn't just in its mechanics, it was in how Epic Games made the battle royale genre feel fun rather than overly serious. PUBG was about realism and strategy, while Fortnite took a more lighthearted approach. The cartoony graphics, skins, and over-the-top emotes all combined to create an experience that didn't take itself too seriously. It wasn't just about winning, it was about having fun and pulling off insane stunts. Fortnite also created a storyline by introducing live events to keep their players engaged. In the early days, Epic Games didn't just add new weapons or cosmetics, they made Fortnite almost like a world in and of itself. Events like meteor strikes, rocket launches, and secret bunkers started popping up all over the map, adding an extra layer of excitement. You weren't just playing a battle royale, you were experiencing a game that story was constantly evolving. The game felt alive, and that's what kept people coming back. It wasn't the same old map every time, and there was always something new to discover. And speaking of events, Epic Games kicked off some truly memorable in-game experiences that no other game was doing at the time with the creation of concerts. This was a game changer for Fortnite, and it wasn't just about watching the concert, it was about experiencing a live event within the game itself. Fortnite blurred the lines between a game and a virtual world where real-life events could actually take place. One of Fortnite's biggest innovations was its free-to-play model. When the Battle Royale mode launched, it was completely free, which was a massive draw for people who didn't want to pay to play. While other battle royales were constantly charging players to get in, Fortnite gave it away for free, and it didn't make you feel like you were missing out on anything. But then, Epic Games introduced something that would change the way games made money forever, which was the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass allowed players to unlock cosmetics, skins, and other cool rewards by playing the game and completing challenges. And the best part, the Battle Pass wasn't pay to win. It was all about cosmetics. No matter how much money you spent, everyone had the same chances to win based on their skill and not their wallet. You didn't need to buy the battle pass to enjoy the game, but buying it made the progression feel even more rewarding. You could grind for your favorite skins and get a sense of satisfaction from seeing your progress. What made the battle pass so unique was how it gave players a reason to keep playing even when they weren't actively in a match. Completing challenges, unlocking new tiers, and getting those exclusive rewards added a sense of progression that kept people coming back season after season. Plus, the seasons themselves were always unique with different themes, skins, and content, so every battle pass felt fresh and exciting. One of the biggest factors in making OG Fortnite the global sensation was the role that YouTubers and streamers played in shaping the game's popularity. These creators weren't just playing the game, they were making it a part of their identity and in turn influencing millions of fans around the world. YouTubers and streamers helped to spread Fortnite's appeal to a wider audience. With platforms like Twitch and YouTube, creators could showcase their gameplay, discuss strategies, and even create entertaining content like challenges, skits, and viral moments. As Fortnite's Battle Royale mode became more and more popular, the game's fun and dynamic nature made it a perfect fit for creators looking for content that was both exciting and engaging to watch. Some of the biggest names in gaming, such as Ninja, Myth, and Tfue, played a huge role in this shift. Ninja, in particular, became one of the biggest faces of Fortnite, breaking streaming records and bringing in mainstream recognition to the game. His energetic gameplay, collaborations with celebrities like Drake, and humorous moments made Fortnite a household name. Watching these high-level players excel in Fortnite made it even more exciting for fans who wanted to watch their favorite streamers use their skills and tactics in-game. The impact of these content creators wasn't just about showing off Fortnite's mechanics though, it was about creating a sense of community. These creators interacted with their fans in real time on live streams and often built entire communities around Fortnite. Fans watched these streams not just to watch high-level gameplay, but to be a part of a community. Fortnite became a place where people can hang out, chat with their favorite streamers, and share in a collective experience. What made OG Fortnite truly special wasn't just the mechanics or the rewards, it was how it became part of pop culture. Fortnite wasn't just a game you played, it was a place to hang out. From crazy in-game events to the endless socializing opportunities, Fortnite created a social hub where players could connect, compete, and share experiences. You could squad up with friends, run into random teammates, or even hang out in creative modes and mess around. The social aspect of Fortnite was huge, and it made the experience feel more like a living world than just a match of life or death. And then there was even the whole pop culture aspect where Fortnite wasn't just a game anymore, but a platform where things like celebrity events, crossovers with movies, and crazy collaborations happen. The game became a place where players could see things like a Star Wars lightsaber in the middle of the battle, or try to outlast their friends with Thanos. These crossovers weren't just limited to skins, they were experiences and moments that tied into the real world and made players feel like they were part of something bigger. So what made OG Fortnite so unique? It wasn't just the mechanics, although they were a huge part of it. It was the combination of fast-paced gameplay, creative building, fun cartoon vibes, and continuous updates that kept things fresh. It was the fact that Fortnite wasn't just a game, it was a cultural event, a social space, and a constantly evolving world. It gave players the chance to get creative, hang out with friends, and experience things they have never seen in a game before. OG Fortnite wasn't just fun, it was innovative, and that's what made it stand out. It took a genre that was already popular and added something new that made it feel like a game you could return to over and over again. Even though the game has evolved over time, there's no denying that OG Fortnite will always hold a special place in the hearts of players who were there from the beginning. It wasn't just a game, it was an experience, and that's what made it unique. That being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to check out some of my other content, and don't forget to use code Fierce Gaming in the item shop. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.